Okay, hey guys, welcome to 1111 Live with Love. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm still out and about, so here I am in my unprofessional professionalism. I just came off the river, tubing down today, enjoying the 4th, close to the 4th, and what is it? 250 years of freedom. 250 years of freedom. What does that mean? Sorry if there's a little bit of noise. Let's see what today's about. What I first had an inkling to do was just move. We haven't moved in a while together, and we've got some rhythms in the background, echoes of Zulu, African night music. And so, like, the whole Lionsgate thing in preparation for the Lionsgate feels like that's coming in. I was at an animal reserve recently, and they had another white lion. This was in the Colorado area. Hey, Jeremy outside. And yeah, I was connecting with all these animals that are like on the other side of the world, majority of them, at these animal reserves, kind of keeping animals safe from the entertainment industry is actually what's occurring. So it was quite interesting. They had this huge bridge, so you weren't actually close to the animals. You viewed them from above, so unless you had some binoculars, you really couldn't see them very much. Let's see, how's everyone doing? So yeah, the rhythms of the lion, white lions, the protector. We're always provided for. We're always protected. But when do we step into the protector type of role? When do we stand so much in our sovereignty, our power, our freedom, our liberty, since we're close to the 4th of July, right? How do we do that? How do we do that in our lives? How do we go through our lives and feel free when the outside world possibly tells us we're not? How do we do that? How do I do that? I have that show up many times, depending on where I'm at, where all of a sudden there's a question of liberty, of freedom. Freedom in our world, right? Amongst all the like different rules that humans like to put upon each other, right? And this is in many different types of relationships, right? Could be work relationships, could be friend relationships, could be lover relationships, right? We all have these preferences that we hold on to, these beliefs that we hold on to. But freedom, Recently, I was reading one of the I Am books, and I just kind of flipped to a place where I tend to just kind of open these books and then I put in this like marker. And I might not, it might just be like trying to, I don't know what to do with this photograph, so I stick it in a book. Later, there's significance to that. I go, I find the book, and I open it up to that place, and lo and behold, there's exactly what I need to hear at that time. So the I Am books, a lot of them speak of their different channelings that happened, I think, in the 1920s. And a lot of them talk about addressing America. They're addressing America. I'm kind of feeling into whether I should read a passage for you from that book, if I can find that passage. It has to do with freedom. It has to do with liberty. Hold on just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so funny thing, here's my bookmark. It's an envelope with freedom on it. Check it out. I know it's backwards, but it's because I was going to send a really important stamp to somebody. And so yeah, here we have freedom coming up. So this must be meant for you guys to hear. And I'm trying to think of, so this is Saint Germain. Saint Germain has had many lifetimes. This may be significant for you, so look him up. The violet flame is associated with Saint Germain, and the violet flame is of cleansing, of purity. So oftentimes, I think I talked about this on my previous live, you can utilize water, like take a shower, and you can utilize the violet flame and energize your water. You can utilize your drinking water, and you can energize your drinking water with that type of energy. If you're interested in the workings, the scientific workings behind all that, you can look up Dr. Emoto, water crystals. And there's a new updated person, Veda Austin, that is continuing his work. So somehow this is significant for you, so I'm just giving you those bits of info. This book, this particular book, is about the unveiled mysteries, and it talks about the ascended masters that have come before us, you know, Yeshua being one of them. And the ability to do that, which, I mean, if you know of any of the, you know, biblical stuff of, you know, the different miracles that Jesus performed, it wasn't exactly, you can think of it as miracles, but really he had the knowledge of how to work with the atoms, how to work with the surface area, how to work with the ability to make things that were solid, not solid anymore, and in reverse. So stick with me here. I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm sure of it. This book is all about those different ascended masters. And it may be time for you to connect with certain ascended masters. Saint Germain is one of them. Saint Germain actually had a lot to do with the freedom of America. I believe, I could be, you'll have to double check my facts here on this. I think that he was, one of his lifetimes was in the time of Ben Franklin. And he was one of the ones responsible when the Constitution came into place, the Declaration of Independence. So let me find this spot. Hold on just a minute. So here we have, again, they're talking about protectors and benefactors. I feel like I should be more prepared for you guys. I take a lot of notes in these books. And I dog ear all these different pages. So if I can't find it, I can't find it, but I'll read this passage to you. As I was reading this book, it talked about the Ascended Masters, and it talked about the oneness, and it talked about the oneness of the omnipresent God that is the self-conscious being of free will, controlling all by the manipulation of the light within himself. I'll say that one more time. One that feels himself in the oneness of the omnipresent God life, the self-consciousness, the God self, being of free will, controlling all by the manipulation of the light within himself. It is through the radiation or outpouring of this light, which is really his own luminescence of the divine love, that an ascended master is able to help those who come under his or her care and direction. When such an outpouring to a student takes place, his own inner bodies, and by that I mean his emotional, mental, and causal bodies, absorb the master's luminescence, essence, and the light within them glows and expands like a spark, with which one fans into a flame. They're really beautiful words. Some of these books are the ones that I'm going to bring to you guys when I start my membership this month. So we will be getting together and we will be reading some of this. We will be talking about some of this material. The light within yourself and the light that you project to others. The luminescence of the essence of divine love, controlled by the manipulation of the light within. So you have a light within you, and in this light, there is no limits. It is boundless. There are no rules to your light. The only rule maybe is that that light always shines. It always shines. You are a luminescent being. You cannot be anything but a luminescent being. Even though our mind comes in and tells us these different stories, or we have people in our life that want to I'm not saying that they try to extinguish the light on purpose. I'm just saying that they don't understand. They just don't get it. Maybe you're one of the people that get it. That get that there's more to you than what people have seen. There's more to you than perhaps what you have seen so far in your life. Maybe you're starting anew. I am starting anew. I feel like I'm a very different person, but yet the same. So we can utilize that light to shine in the world, to do the unexpected, to be the unexpected, and to not apologize for ourselves. If you're apologizing for yourself all the time, stop apologizing for yourself. You are the liberty, you are the freedom. The more you utilize your freedoms, and these are in many different ways, but we'll talk about the energy right now, the energy of your light, the freedom of yourself to be what you want to be, to do what you want to do, to go where you want to go. And it's possible you are in a place in the world where that is really restricted. Here in America, we have many freedoms, and we are seen as being able to show all those freedoms. Now, some of that is an illusion. Some of that has been manipulated. However, comparison to other lands, we appear to be completely free. When it comes to our energy, ourselves, yourself, you are completely free. It is the mind that wants to lock us up into certain boxes. You know, we're basically like, they talk about square peg in a round hole, right? I would say we're more of the circle peg trying to go into a square hole, because society likes to put us into these boxes. People like to put us into a box. Family members like to put us in a box. It came in the other day that anyone that maybe we knew from 5 years ago and we see again, that we ourselves may have these expectations about who they are. And there might be expectations about who we are. Or our mind will say, oh, this person expects this, this, and this. I need to perform like this in order to get approval. So pay attention to where you are possibly not embracing your full freedom, where you're putting yourself in a box. It's really easy to feel when other people put us into a box, because we will feel uncomfortable. We will feel like we are being pushed and compressed. That's where depression comes from, when we're like depressed, we're pressed down on. What we want to be is feel our fun, buoyant self. Abraham Hicks likes to talk about being the cork that bobs on top of the surface. That I don't want to be in the depths of the ocean. What I want to be is I want to be that cork that bobs on top of the surface and is on like the edge, basically the leading edge of thought, where I can contemplate and I can bring in different forms of thought, but I won't necessarily completely connect to them emotionally until I'm ready to create form. I hope that makes sense to you. It has to do with manifestation and creation. And when they talk in this book of Unveiled Mysteries, and they speak of the light within oneself and the free will, and how controlling and manipulating in a good way, almost like you're sculpting, almost like you're taking a piece of clay or other type of manipulating type substance, and you're able to form it into the form that you want for your creation, right? So, okay, where am I? There's a lot of information here. Let me center for a minute. Let's breathe together a little bit. Just take a deep breath. Ready? And release. There's a lot of information that comes in sometimes, and I can rattle on. I always circle back, so always stay with me. There's something here for you in this transmission. Breathe in and breathe out. Freedom. Coming outside the box. Our inner light. I'm just going to turn up the frequency in the background. I want you guys to take a breath into these tunes of Africa. If you feel it, sway a little bit, move a little bit. What's interesting is we often think of Africa, and as Americans, those who are not from there, I will say, those who are not from there, we see different areas of Africa and we think free, and I've heard of so much that is the opposite. So let's tap into the energy of freedom as we're coming on this 4th of July, 250 years of freedom. I want to say so-called, but freedom, many freedoms that we have that I'm grateful for, that you may be grateful for. Feel into the drums, movements coming in, just like I thought. And just breathe. Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride of the rhythm, the vocals. We'll see what comes up as to the transmission. Breathe. Release. Take a breath. Pause. Put your arms up in the air. Hold your breath. And release the breath. There might be a little bit of light language dance coming in. I can feel it. "250 years of freedom. How do we celebrate? Do we celebrate alone? Do we celebrate together? We're never separate." Take a deep breath in. And release that breath. Take another big deep breath in. Feel it at the top of your head, golden light, and let it flow over you. Feel it down to the bottom of your toes. You feel the need to move. I'll tell you what's happening with me is I'm feeling this energy of coming in through the crown. And as that energy flows through me, it's also connecting to you. And I feel like moving these fingers. And as I move these fingers, you can kind of play with the energy that's within your energetic field. And as I move this energy down, and I move the fingertips, I can feel the tips of my toes, almost like a marionette, a puppet. So think of it that way. Like your fingertips are connecting to your toes, and then your legs start to move. Your leg starts to move, right? Can't really see me that well. But picture yourself like a marionette. So as your hands move up, your feet move up. Your body starts to move. You continue to breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the rhythm of freedom. That's what wants to come through right now. Your freedom. What do they call this? Spirit hands. Wiggle those fingers. Wiggle your toes. Connect to your breath. Put one hand on your belly. Sway. Feel your freedom now. Smile, perhaps. You are so free. You are free to go enjoy the enjoyments around you. No matter what restrictions are put on you in your world, in your life, you have the ability to jam and dance to your own beat. Feel the beat. Feel the rhythm. Feel your breath. When you move, whether you're a dancer or not a dancer, maybe you just want to sway back and forth. Maybe you're just one of these people. Maybe you're someone that likes to move all about. Maybe you're one that likes to be silly. This is your time to be silly. How do you want to be silly? Funky chicken? How do you like to move? How do you express your freedom? Breathe. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. What is happening to your light right now? Notice. Do you feel like your light is tiny? If it is tiny, open it up just a little bit, just like you do on your phone screen. Decide to open it up just a little further. Right? Expand the heart. Feel the rhythm. Feel the frequency of the tones and of your own body. Feel your heart. How big can you expand the heart? Can you expand it outside this human boundary? Breathe. Feel. Smile. This is our time. This is our place for connection. Breathe. Feel your magnificence. You are much larger than you can possibly imagine. Confined by nothing. Feel the energy. Feel the love. Yes, I am loved and it is a pleasure to meet you. You are beings of Christed light. And that is more than just one being, Jesus of the Christ. You are all beings of a Christed light, of the oneness. Christed as in crystalline. Made of crystalline, crystalline substance. Substance is not the right word. Crystalline. Crystalline cellular structure. It's more than that. There's an energy there. I don't quite know the correct word. You're not just solid, liquid, and gas. You're so much more. We are so much more. The lion's coming in. What do we need to know about being the protector? Feeling our freedom. Feeling the love. The love we hold for ourselves. That which we are often looking for from others in our life is always right here. Right here is where your love lies, where your light lies, your freedom, your liberty, your sovereignty. Breathe and just feel the energy. You create your worlds. You get to decide. You get to choose. You get to look at all the contrast before you and choose. Just as you chose to click on this video and be here today with us. This moment in your day to breathe, to move, all your choice. Breathe. Feel the power that you have within you just by making this choice. of breathing, of perhaps moving. There's lots of choice in the movement or the type of movement. There is not much choice in the breath, as breath is life. In order for prosperity to be yours, breath is your path to life, to that feeling of freedom, to the calming down of your nervous system. Feel the joy. Feel the love that you are. Breathe. You hold all the answers. We are simply showing up as reminders for all of you. This is a time of celebration. This is a time of much growth. As you go on celebrating your momentous occasion of July 4th, there will be many choices, much fun, some much distraction, sometimes fun distractions. Embrace your sovereignty. This is almost beyond the word freedom, almost beyond the word liberty. If you would like to use the word liberty, take liberty with your life. Not just a so-called American right, as is everyone around the world, their right to experience liberty, to experience freedom. There are many freedoms that have been appeared to be taken away. And if you were to talk to some of those that have experienced this, you would ask them how they were able to continue living, how they were able to survive. And it was because they knew that their real freedom, their real liberty was within them. And they were able to hold on to that sovereignty, to create a world for themselves within a world of possible chaos. Feel your freedom. Feel your liberty. Know that this time is more than just about fireworks and barbecues and yes. But also know that amongst the fireworks or the barbecues and the gathering of loved ones and the having fun, you also expand your energy. You expand yourselves. You connect with others. This one wasn't sure whether she was going to connect with others on this, what you call, holiday. But she did know that she wanted to be near the mountains. She wanted to be near water. And if at all possible, she wanted to breathe clean air. So she went about calling coffee shops this morning, each one asking a non-coffee question. If the air where they are currently is breathable, if they are where they are currently because of the fires, if there is any relief in the area that they are at this time. Searching out for areas that would be beneficial to be outside and enjoy around this time. That is a freedom she chose. That is a choice. And it was sparked by a friend of hers who was also traveling with her family but was unsure of where to travel based on the information given. And this one thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and call up those people in those areas and ask them how it is. And some people gave information of, oh, it's completely clear, we're breathing very well. Or some give information of, I would check out further south because they had sister coffee shops there. And then others said, I'm not sure, let me check what that is on my cell phone. And they were very precise about what the number was that was given on a cell phone. And what was interesting was she was connecting, she was creating a web of connections of people all in these different areas of this particular land of Colorado. And as she was connecting, finding this information, she was connecting a web energetically as well, because all of you wish to breathe well, breathe freely. And sometimes there are adaptations that are needed to the environment that is surrounding you. This is just one way of showing a freedom, a non-stuckness. Her friend wanted to go where the air was clearer, because where she lives, the smell of smoke was entering their home. And they wanted to go in their camper to a place where they could breathe more freely, to a place where they could also be on the water. So both this one right here and her friend both had the same intentions of enjoying time during this time and being in a place where they could enjoy the environment. This is part of your sovereignty. This is part of your choice and your freedom. This is a simple way that in life that you can apply these different things. Just an example. So, wherever you are, if you are uncomfortable, if you wish to desire something more than what you're currently experiencing during this time where freedom is being brought up, feel free to do so. Feel free to look at other options and what is available to you where you are right now. Perhaps you contact some friends too, and you decide to come together in some sort of food potluck, a way to just enjoy each other's company, a way to stay cool, a way to cozy up with each other, depending on where you are in the world. How can you, even if you are from a different country, how do you celebrate your freedoms today? Yes, you, even those that are not part of America, how are you celebrating the freedoms that you know are within you where you are right now? We are currently creating a celebration all over the world, a connection to each and every one of you to celebrate who you are and where you are. There are things to celebrate where you are now. Yes, there are things to celebrate. You have choice. If you are not in that place of celebration or joy, decide differently. Choose differently. And do that which for yourself today that brings about a feeling of freeness. The freeness of swinging on a swing. the freeness of putting your arms out and twirling about. The feeling of putting your arms out and giving another a hug. Or that feeling possibly you remember as a child where you put your arms out to receive the hug from a parent, a friend, a sibling. Or perhaps you're an adult and you have small ones and you open up your arms. What do? They instantly run into your arms. There they know they find love. They find safety. There they feel free. So feel free today. Take a deep breath and release the breath. Feel the freedom. Feel the sway in this day. Okay, wow. All right. So that's kind of what came through today. I'm so glad that you guys joined me and that I could be here for you. I will put the link of this frequency that we've had in the background in the description when I post this video so that you guys can continue jamming to it, or you can look it up. Echoes of Zulu, Ambiental Planet. Thank you, Ambiental Planet, for these wonderful frequencies that we may practice feeling into our senses, getting a little bit of movement, getting in the breath on this joyous occasion of freedom. And remember, it's not just about July 4th. These are freedoms that you're to feel into every single day of your life. And when you notice a resistance or a pushing down, a compressing, realize that you have a choice. You can choose something different. And I encourage you to do so. I encourage you to love yourself by choosing differently. Okay? So it's wonderful, as always, wonder and full. It's full of wonderment today to have all you guys with me. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you, Randy Agee, Josie Jodar, Jeremy Outside. Great to have you here. And everybody else who's going to be here on this video, on the replay, thank you for joining me. And join me again for another 11:11 Live with Love. My website coming soon. And of course, Leap of Faith, which will be coming soon as well. So I will tell you more about that as it's coming all together. I love you. I love you. And when you see me saying that, that is your soul speaking to you. I love you. Every cell, actually, every cell in your body, every guide that you have around you, we love you. As always, I am, we are one. One love, one light, one co-creation. Enjoy the rest of your day.